What's your problem?
Hey, knock it off!
The mortician has touched him up well. News, Mr. Throgmorton. They're on the seabed, in the sunken ruins. Some sort of ancient temple.
What happened?
The crew of the Titania mutinied against Sanders. The only man who escaped was your son.
The mutineers will face justice, throwing Albert to the wind.
I'm afraid that's not all. The Innsmouthers took the expedition's discoveries and kidnapped the professor.
What?
The Innsmouthers, they knew about the temple. They waited there, hiding until the...
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
It seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment. Then they made off with Professor Doe and the artifact.
Drock!
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet, and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders.
I'm looking into the madness.
And your best source of information is... Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins. There's also a more...
I can be delicate.
I have a colleague.
I'm a detective.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of,
That sounds simple enough.
Very good, Mr. Reed. There is one final detail. This case...
Discretion is my...
Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and an advance.
Have a good day.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
What's your problem? Damn newcomers.
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Captain Caleb Lyons at your service.
Look, all I want is access to your records during my...
Oh, that's all you want, is it?
Look,
Well, that's what you did. A newcomer must know his place. Let me be frank. You ain't welcome. You slip up. Don't cross it.
hey, easy.
Well, good. That's a start. You can use the archive, but only because you... Don't waste my time, newcomer.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny. Fish? Fresh fish?
I've heard that I can find an organization here.
You sure are. I happen to be a
Charles.
Of course.
What is the EOD?
Well, we are a non-profit charitable organization. Actually, it's better to say that we're a... As for what we do, we try to help ease the suffering in our city as much as we...
Huh.
We provide fish for the hungry and fix the homes of the poor. We also patrol the streets at night to keep the wild beasts and bandits at bay. And many, many more things. Whatever needs doing. Anything to help.
What is EOD?
Everyone's obvious duty. When we began, it also had, is to help each other. But we...
It's been great chatting with you, but I'm...
Not so fast, Charlie.
Oh,
You need to prove...
How can I join?
That all depends on what skill...
Well, I'm afraid my resume's in my other jacket. Let me see. I was in the Navy during the war, and ever since it ended, I've been a private eye.
The sea provides.
Okay.
Well, last night someone tried to break into our fish storage room. Luckily, that's why we've been busy today giving away all the fish to the people. We'd rather it get into the hands of the needy than to some thief.
And you want me to find whoever this...
You're smart, Charlie.
Fine.
Good. Thank you. Here's the address. Tell the guard the password. I serve the...
Do you want a fishy?
Desperate time is at hand. Here's the prophecy inscribed.
Please, help me out. I'll take anything you got. Please, help me out. I'll take anything you got.
Please, help me! Please!
Please, help me out.
You got...
I serve the sea. Anna sent me here to invest.
Sea be praised. Finally. I'm Daryl Grimes. How can I help you?
Can you tell me what happened? And don't skimp on the details.
Not much to tell, sadly. It was a man, that much I know. He snuck in while I was upstairs, tried to steal the fishies, but I heard him. Nearly got him with a harpoon by Kay, but I missed in the dark. He got away, that Dane, but I wonder...
Yeah. Where did he go after that?
Don't know, pal.
What did this...
Same height as you. Not too big. That guy was as bald as an egg. I could see the moonlight reflecting off the top of his head.
And what did he steal?
Nothing.
What's...
Orders from the high...
All right. Well...
Here, take...
It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing. That's a fancy-looking bottle. Looks like it was taken from a lab somewhere. There's some kind of powder left. Nice work. When I was a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Well, if it was finished, that is. This guy must really be into his hobby to have such impressive tools. Thing's dead as a doornail, but I don't see any wounds. So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling. I have questions.
thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Just a little bit more. Oh no. I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this. Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us. Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Just a little bit more. Oh no. I hope Professor Westerbrook never... Just a little bit more.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learned. Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them. Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man broke into the fish storage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, then made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out.
You dig up anything
I sure did.
by the sea? Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay, this is horrible. Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Look, nothing personal.
Okay. All those people might suffer because I...
If it's that bad,
You don't understand, Mr. Reed. You can't hide from your own conscience.
I found a hidden room full of shackles and chains downstairs. Looks like some kind of torture chamber. Know anything about it?
What? Stop talking drunk.
Now, Daryl, you know I'm a detective. And if you're lying, I'm going to find out one way or another.
I've got nothing to do with it, I swear, Mr. Reed. Go ask Anna. She's responsible for renting the place. I know nothing about this.
Okay. I'll talk to Anna. We'll see if your story holds up. Can you remind me?
You can't miss it. It's the greatest thing, Oakmont. There you go. Me.
welcome to the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
You recognize this bottle?
Sorry. We have...
Fine.
You need an analysis. Well, I'm sure someone from the Department of Medicine can help there.
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook.
You're the one bringing him the specimen? Never mind.
Wendell sent you to deliver me the book. Oh, excuse me. I'm just... Maybe you can help.
I'm preoccupied. I'm preoccupied.
Oh, yes.
What,
Oh,
Charles?
cool.
Why are they so valuable?
They're the 3rd, 7th, and 9th tomes written by the humble...
Bye.
Hello, sir.
Charles... You recognize...
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day, I could get right to it.
What's...
Our lab is crawling with Professor Westerbrook's research is a little unconventional.
So, if I do...
Our budget is tight. All right. Yes.
The door won't budge.
Welcome to the Department of Medicine. Welcome to the Department of Medicine.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it. Some serious equipment they've got here. Oakmont University is clearly well funded. I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here? I wonder what would happen if I press this button. Should I or shouldn't I?
Excellent, Mr. Reed.
Okay.
We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to...
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with...
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold. But over several days, well, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and death. It's not a pleasant way to die.
So, where do you get ricin?
About that. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it's certainly...
Crime scene.
This is horrible.
There's some...
I'm afraid not.
Who's got act?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is... Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
Well... all right. This is serious.
I'll see. knowledge. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
I'd like to know.
What do you...
What can you tell?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. His biochemistry studies are second to none, worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in the... He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, as you've already seen, he's...
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory.
Some secret...
You're not a man of science, are you?
Oh.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Yes, yes.
Just...
Oh, how nice for you. If you need to look and...
Well, if that's the way it is...
Good. I'm...
Bye.
All the news that's fit to print.
The door won't budge. Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. Why keep it around? This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD... is in the center of all of it. A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here.
I loved you. I always loved you. I loved you. I always loved you.
A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here. This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George! George? I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine! Mine!
Okay, let's...
George?
I don't care what your
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles.
Right now, you...
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explain. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry?
How?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this how?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD.
They're resourceful. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. As you...
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts...
The EOD robbed me, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about...
She became...
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. She said it was blessed by the sea.
What did she...
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
Where did you learn all of this?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Perhaps not.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich.
So what's...
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD... I understand I'm in no position to ask.
Keep talking.
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul.
Your agent inside the EOD. Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the...
All right.
Of course. But don't be too long. So,
I've thought about your methods stink and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a... Yeah.
You need to poison the fresh Hall of Fame. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address.
Yeah.
Yes? Do you need something? What is it?
Leave enough for everyone. Fish?
I've got news about your...
Oh,
It only looked like a robbery. Some guy...
Sea prote...
Well, that's the peculiar...
Oh. So that's... Still, it's strange.
You're taking this remarkable...
He's nobody to me. The EOD is my family now, and we serve a higher purpose than... And now, we're going to relieve him of...
All right.
Easy there, Charlie. You'll find an Innsmouther there by the name of Maurice.
And it is only fair to be afraid. There will be sacrifice. There...
Let... I'll see you.
Hey.
Do I?
Not yet. You're looking for Professor Lowe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped.
How do you mean?
Slow down, buddy. Trouble is, I need...
All right. I know who is behind Professor Doe's kidnapping. It's an organization called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Most of them stick to the fish market, but they seem to have agents everywhere. Even the university.
I knew there was something fishy about the EOD, the den of those filthy Innsmouthers. I'll tear it to the ground.
Actually, most of the EOD members I met were locals. And for what it's worth, the only Innsmouther I spoke to was a nice guy.
Are you call...
Robert, listen. Something needs to change. You holding a grudge, those who fan the flames of hatred always end up burnt in the end.
They killed my...
I know. But what did you do to prevent it? You made yourself their enemy. You chose to brand them newcomers and leave them to suffer just like you did with me. No wonder desperate Innsmouthers would seek refuge from a radical organization like the
Aye.
Back to business. I'll continue my search for Professor...
Your task remains the same. You say we are dealing with an entire organization. Well, now leave. I'm not in the mood for chit-chat.